Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is still so fresh in my mind, this ascension for cash change, that I have taken the last 12 plus hours to really listen to people who've reached out to me behind the scenes and talk to them about their concerns and or their excitement. Because make no mistake about it, if you have the income to spend what's essentially a car payment extra a month, and there are people who've spent, and I literally get people in the comments who do not believe me. We have confirmed that people have spent well over six figures on this game. Yes, that's right. Over $100,000. You could buy a supercar for the price of what some people spent on this game. You could buy in Oklahoma a house for what some people spent on this game. But they're chasing code. They're chasing a bunch of zeros and ones in a account that they're just renting. We don't own any of this. Kabam could say today what they've done in so many of their other games and what so many mobile games have had to do, especially in this economy. And that is, they're going to close their doors. They're going to shut down the servers. They're going to lay off their workers or transfer them to another division or maybe a different game. And everything you see in front of you will just be a historic relic in the archives of YouTube. When that happens, we get nothing back. It's the classic Willy Wonka RIP, where you get nothing, you lose, good day, sir. That's what'll happen to everybody, and at that moment, I'm sure several people, including those that have spent the most money, will hit them like they just walked out of a real casino after losing 6K. They'll just be in this fog, like, what was it even for? Now, it was for the right to be the best in the game. And you look at the top accounts in the game, and shout out to Yusafa. Am I saying that right? Yusafa? He actually came by my live stream the other night, and I, being the noob that I am, had no idea he was the number one account in the community, and there were people, it was actually really cool, that were freaking out like, is this really him? Is this the real guy? So how cool is that? Shout out to that gentleman for stopping by. But I don't know, maybe he hasn't spent a lot of money on this game. I would imagine if you have the top account that's almost 9 million overall rating, you probably spent some pretty penny, and you can just go down the list and see how many people are at the top. It's kind of amazing to think that only 10 people in this game currently have an account over 8 million. That's a rare company, and the difference between place 10 at 8.1 and place 1 at 8.98 is quite large. So all of this is to say, let's just assume for the sake of argument that every one of these people spent at least 50,000 lifetime on the game, and that's rounding down pretty low for quite a few of these people. Well, an extra $320 a month is nothing. That's like the average person spending like $30 a month. That's like them trying to get the double track for 3 months and get a 6 or 7 star Morbius likely. So when we darken the screen and we look at the store, and specifically the store that allows us a chance to dream big, in a sense that we are going to have, on average, if you do this and you buy $80 a month, even if you're an American who has no tax, one of those lucky people that the region hasn't charged tax yet, and you get this twice a week, and you spend $320 a month, every month you will get to ascend a 6-star. Eventually, even if you get tier 2 primordial dust in no other aspects of the game, and you know you will throughout the year if you're playing every day, especially at the top level, you're going to have 12 ascended 6-stars. Now, part of me is tempted to look at this like I did the top rank rewards of the gifting event, or the people who spend everything on July 4th week or Cyber Week, or maybe for that matter, those that are the most competitive in Alliance War or Battlegrounds, where, yeah, they're going to get such great rewards that the rich are going to get richer, and there's going to be even more of a gap. But I'm not going to see these players much because I don't do Alliance War, and I don't care about getting out of the victory track. The one time that I made it out of the victory track and made it to Gladiator Circuit, I got basically no difference in my rank rewards, and I thought, well, this is dumb. I don't care about this. But for the people that do, you can't tell me that if you have 3 ascended 6 stars that are rank 5, and you're fighting somebody who has 12 ascended rank 5 6 stars, that person who has 12 is not going to have a big advantage over you. And if all things are equal, and the skill's the same, and the rosters are similar, and it's just a matter of attack and health, yeah, the Ascension is going to win. They're going to be able to get your defender down faster, or you're going to have a slower time getting their defender down. And I'm not saying that you can't beat one of these accounts, because matchups are matchups. I've seen people, like, if you don't have a matchup for Absorbing Man and they bring him in as a 5-star and you're fighting against Absorbing Man with a rank 5 6-star, you might still lose. So matchups are as important as anything in Battlegrounds. But if all things are equal in this new system and you're fighting against somebody whose entire eventual roster is rank 2 and rank 3, eventually 7 stars and ascended 6 stars, good luck. So this is a very similar conversation to July 4th week, where most people at the top had about 3 rank 5 6 stars. And then after July 4th week, if you really wailed out, you went from 3 to like 15. And so suddenly, if you couldn't afford to wail out, you were 12 rank 5 6 stars behind. And if you're trying to stay at that level, it's just not worth it. And so those players decide to either retire or semi-retire or just slow down spending. The irony of this new factor in the game economy, as well as July 4th, is I think Kabam thought on paper, all right, if we do this, people will spend more. And there's no question that some people will spend more. They're going to spend that extra $3,000 plus a year to get this every week and twice a week. But if you're like me, it could have a reverse effect. It could backfire. Because I end up looking at this and saying, well, screw it. I consider myself to be a whale holiday whale that saves up a lot of YouTube revenue to be able to maximize the offers and essentially break even on this game, which is an amazing gift still in 2023. And it's the main reason why I still produce so much content, not just to be a voice to the community, but to be able to justify when I'm trying to pay for upgrades on multiple houses for my mom and my partner, that I can still spend on this game, because yeah, it's a lot tighter of a wallet now than it was even 6 months ago. But I don't want to spend $80 a week on this, even if I can ascend a 6-star guaranteed, and I can at the end of the month. I just can't justify an extra $300 plus. That's installing new outlets in my kitchen. That's helping to pay a plumber to replace pipes in the garage so there's no gas leak, and other adult things that are kind of troubling. So all in all, this could backfire big time on Kabam, because they're just people who are burnt out, who have less disposable income than they had before, and who just don't want to chase the rainbow of this game. They don't want the goalpost to keep moving and moving and moving. And I still think all signs point to us being on the cusp of a new progression title that's going to move everything up. So all in all, it could backfire. I say, hey, for those of you that are going to send a 6-star a month, have fun with it. That's why we play the game. But I'm going to choose to save the $3,000 plus for whale holidays and otherwise for things outside the game that are really important to not only my future, but my loved ones' future as well.